Okay, I think we are on. Hello, hello. How are we all doing? Long time no see. I hope you can hear me okay. I'll be trying to sort of staying close so you can hear me well. Let me know, of course, if you're watching this, where you're watching this from, and I'll be, of course, quite happy to, to say hello to you, and so we can have a nice chat. There's a few things I want to talk to you about today. Of course, if you've got any questions at any point in this live YouTube live, go and obviously type them in the comments down below so we can actually see them, and that's also going to pop up in there, I think, right? So this is where the chat is. Well, the other side, right? Where's this? That side where it's going to pop, and basically you can just type in questions there, and you know, whoever's going to be watching this later, they can actually go and see the questions that you've typed there as well. Okay, so that's first of all, seeing how we're looking here. Right, so I have been very busy in the last sort of few weeks, as you know, because I haven't been here often enough. So you know that, of course, I've been up to something, you know, some really good stuff. One thing I was doing a lot of is trying to create more customers and personal brand for my suit, made-to-measure suit and shirt company. So I've been doing a lot of that. I've been sort of going to places and being around a lot of sort of interesting people, and I've also created some good vlogs from it. So if you have not seen any of my vlogs from my journey, where I'm joined by obviously our amazing assistant, I will check if I can sort of send that link to you now in here. Right, okay, so I can probably pop that link onto there so you can actually see it. It's one of the sort of vlogs that we also did from when we were measuring some of the football players. There is going to be a lot more to it. It's going to be more people that we're going to measure. There's going to be more people that are going to join the Men's Finest family. But, you know, we have to start somewhere. So that's where we start, and we are currently sort of talking to probably 15 to 20 celebrities, that players, the musicians, you know, someone who appreciates a good suit, that wants to look good, that has got, you know, the reason to look good as well. So that's super important. Yes, so that's why I've been busy. That's why I haven't been here for a while. That's why you haven't seen me doing those YouTube lives. So you know, if you've been missing them, here I am. You can also ask me a question either in the comment sections, or you can actually sort of ask it later when you're going to see that reply, sort of replay of this. Okay, so that's one thing. Focusing on Men's Finest suit. That was one thing that we started doing more of. Second thing is that I've actually created so many new products. You've probably seen me sort of talking to you about, you know, some of the products that we had, you know, like the new Men's Finest pocket squares. This one is in Brazil collar, or collars. You've probably seen me sort of showing you. It smells nice. Showing you that before. This is sort of, you know, our latest additions, latest pocket squares that we do. So I've been busy actually selling them, producing them, putting them on the website, you know, doing a lot of stuff for people to see them and start appreciating them and start actually wearing them. So so that's going to be interesting. I bought a ring. Delighted with it, says the like of 238. The ring, as you can see there, is my you know, my best thing ever. So so I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. I mean, especially if you've got like an adjustable I think that's the sort of adjustable lighting as well, so you can see the strength of it goes up and down. Especially if you mount the camera just directly in there, the light is just beautiful. So yes, can we click on your thing? No, we cannot click on your link. Right, not the ring light, the actual ring. Right, okay. Very good. For your finger, I thought, you know, for someone else's finger. Right. So you bought a ring. Where did you get that ring from? Tell us more about it. Dr. Hewitt said, "What's men's finest use?" Sorry, USP. Right. It's with this suit is super simple because all the pocket squares and all the ties and bow ties. What we've been doing over the last sort of 3-4 years, we've been doing a lot of sort of made in Liverpool sort of storytelling of me starting this brand. A lot of that is obviously based here. A lot of that is based around the fact that we are from the UK. We make all the items in the UK. Now, with that message, we right now went into the marketplace and we started heavily sort of advertise the products. So we right now went on to Google and Facebook and Instagram, and we put in that to influencers, and all of a sudden we see, you know, spikes in sale. We see, you know, sales nicely growing, and then I'm thinking, okay, how can I just sort of leave it on a bit of sort of autopilot where I don't have to spend that much time on it. And that's the time right now where I'm sort of leaving the accessories game kind of on autopilot because I'm sort of building infrastructure around it. Now, with the made-to-measure suits, what we've got is now this is the focus for us. So we no longer sort of staying focused only on you know, like many different things like shoes, and we solely sort of dedicated to, my time is 90% dedicated right now to made to measure suits and shirts. So we specialize in that. And also our unique selling point is that we come to you. So if you say to me that you are in Belgium, right, and you want to have your suit ready within 2 weeks, let's say, I would have to make an arrangement to come to you, measure you, get all the, you know, suit and shirt measurements, you know, any sort of fabrics that you want, whether that's, you know, Holland and Sherry, or whether that's any other fabrics for the suits or the shirt that you want. So we go, you know, over that together, and then, you know, we measure you, we order that, and then you receive your suits in 2 or 3 weeks, depends on, you know, availability of the fabrics and things like that. So the process is super simple because you don't have to actually leave your house. You don't have to leave your room. You don't have to leave your business to come to me to get it measured. I'm basically trying to make sure that the disruption is minimal, and that's the USP. That's how we pitch in to the celebrities as well, because they are busy people. They don't want to go somewhere to get it. You know, they bought a suit in Hugo Boss, you know, 2 years ago. They are fine. Their body hasn't changed that much, and all of a sudden, why do they need another suit? Well, they don't, unless I'm telling them, well, I can come to you, you don't have to do anything, and all the good stuff. So that's definitely a USP. And then obviously, you know, the choice of fabrics is probably, you know, as big as with any other made to measure, but we are unique in a way that we're doing that quick and we come to you, you know, and that's all what I'm focusing on right now. So that's the uniqueness of it. And it's made in the UK as well, which adds, you know, value to some people. Maybe it definitely adds the cost, but that's how I wanted to keep it. It's, you know, it's all right. Shane is saying, as the company's brand and recognition grows, do you see Liverpool as a permanent base of operation going forward? Shane, I think so. I don't think, you know, I'm not moving out from Liverpool, not moving away anywhere anytime soon, at least. You know, we've got some good seamstress here that we use. She's amazing. Actually, her and her friend, they two of them right now, sort of doing things for us. I don't think that at any sort of feasible, reasonable time frame, I'm going to be looking at opening an actual physical store. So it doesn't really matter where I'm based, because I don't think I'll have any sort of physical location where I have to be sitting there and be sort of based around that. Because to me, that's the limitation. I know it adds a lot of value to some people, but I see that as a vulnerability, because you've got, you know, 3-4 grand every month that you have to pay, you know, just for keep, you know, and then you have to obviously make profit on and above of that. And people really want a service where you come to them, you know, they don't want to park in town, go and see this, pay for parking, go into, you know, like it's. I don't want to do this. I don't think that people without time wants to do that as well. The Lycan 238 says, local jewels. It's a silver and a green stone. Got 20% off last day of sale. Look, the part feels strange when wearing it, as I'm not used to rings. Yes, the only ring that I'm wearing is obviously a wedding ring. And that was sort of difficult to get used to. So it's intriguing that you can do it. I mean, yes. So it's an express service. Yes, there is an express service. There is even a 72-hour service, which I haven't tried it. It's probably £250 on top of your suit. But I mean, imagine if you are in such a great rush, I would imagine you'll be wanting and willing to pay that much. Or I would then go for ready to wear, like Suit Supply, and then sort of have it you know, delivered quickly and then altered. That'll be my recommendation. If you really are desperate, if you need the next day delivery, I would go for ready to wear and then change it. Dr. Hewitt says, sounds great, but I'd make that really clear. Make what really clear? About the express service, or did I not explain something properly? Let me know what you mean by this. Yes, so that was that. So yes, focus is 100% right now on this, so that's going to be going forward, exciting. What else is happening? We're definitely going to be also, you probably saw this already on my channel, where we are doing a lot less how-to videos on how to tie a bow tie, or you know, 5 colors this summer and things like that. There is plenty of channels and information about that around. I don't think that I can bring anything new to the table. What I can bring new to the table is the fact that I can obviously give you my spin on it. So I can say, you know, just don't do this or do that, or you may have seen this, but don't do it this way, do that way, that kind of thing, you know. But it's, I don't think I'll want or be able to sort of create trends and say, you know, from now on you should wear this or wear that, because ultimately I see myself as a sort of bearer of a classic British elegance, as I call it. You know, someone whose job is to design a suit and shirt and the entire outfit based around what's classic and what's gonna be sort of living for more than a season. So, you know, if I meet the clients, we very often sort of go through a phase of okays, maybes, and yes, we can try this, but ultimately it's obviously what the guy wants. But my task is to make sure that he's going to be able to wear it next year and the year after and that sort of thing. So that's what my job is, I think. Lycan is saying, am I right to focus on silver accessories, rings, tie, bar, cufflinks, water strap, etc. to complement my suits alongside a nice pocket square, or should I go with one statement accessory, i.e. watch? Interesting question. I'm thinking, I was trying to gauge what's my first reaction on that question. And I think my first reaction says, I currently do the former as I can't find affordable statement watch yet. Yeah. There is a website called... I thought I'd find it quickly, but maybe not. Is that what it is? Yes. Right, I'm going to paste that to you as well so you can see it. Hold on. It's called, probably you've seen this if you have been around. Hey Magical Unicorn. Yes, so like there is this website called watchfinder.co.uk. And basically go to that website and you'll be able to see some very good pieces, classic sort of watches that you can get for, you know, a third of the price, probably something like that. So try to, I've heard of that. Yeah, it's a very good website because they are all legit stuff. I've tested them myself. I've been to their shop in London. They only ever sell you legit stuff, which is extremely important if you think about it. Because if you're spending £600-700, £1,000 on a watch, you want to make sure it's legit. You know, you don't want to buy it off eBay. Definitely don't buy it off eBay or Amazon or anything like that. You have to go to some sort of jewelry maker, that kind of guy, to make sure it's a legit unit. So do that. Yes, and if you obviously cannot afford any cufflinks or anything like that, then you know, any sort of watch, go with the cufflinks, go with the accessories that obviously match whatever style you're going for. But it doesn't have to be, you know, silver. You know, silver is kind of, I'm not saying cheap, but you have to be careful because it's, you know, it could be also silver lookalikes. So unless you're a very good expert on silver, you know, you most likely won't be able to tell the difference. So I would only ever buy from sources where you know the you know, the price and the quality is right. So do that. Love your channel. Thank you so much, Magical Unicorn. How did you find about me? Let me know as well. Where you obviously joining us from, that's always important to know, so let me know. Right, so yes, so that was that. I want to tell you about my products, about Men's Finest, why I wasn't here for so long, but also there was another thing that occupies me right now. If you would go to I think it's that one. Yeah, that's that one. So on here I have got my podcast as well. So it's Making Men Look Smarter podcast. So it's Making Men Look Smarter podcast. And basically that's occupying me as well. So that's occupying my time, and I need to obviously record. I'm using microphone, I'm using my studio to get the best possible sound. I'm doing lots of interviews with a lot of famous people from my niche or niche, as people say it. You know, I've just done a recording with Eric Bandholz from the Beard brand. So if you're familiar with Beard brand, amazing brand for beard oils and, you know, beard accessories for men. So that's going to be up soon as well. That's going to be up on our channel, YouTube channel as well. So yes, podcast is occupying me, and also that's this thing called Alexa skill. I don't know whether you've heard of that, but I want to show you this as well. Right. Alexa skill and flash briefings. I don't know whether you can do this here, whether you're going to see this, but there's something called on Udemy, something called Alexa skills, where you can sort of learn how to put Alexa skills. So when people have got this Echo device in their house, they can say, you know, they can say, Alexa, what's my flash briefing, or what's in my diary today. And you know, Alexa's going to say to them what's in their diary, but it's also going to say, you know, some random tips, and that could be a fashion tip. And guess who's doing fashion tips for all the peeps on Amazon right now? There isn't that many people doing them, and I'm one of them actually doing it. So so that's been occupying me, because I need to produce lots of episodes. I'm producing 1 episode a day. I want to see how is that going to grow. So if you are into technology, and when you run a business, or you want to share something with the audience, I think you should go on Alexa's skill as well. So there's lots of things that's occupying me at the moment. Like in 238 says, we'll look at the site now. Thanks for the great advice. I buy all my jewelry from a local jeweler who has many awards for his work, cufflinks, etc. And I buy from branded stores. Exactly. It's so important, because there is obviously so many fakes out there. Like, you know, we are, for instance, producing our goods, you know, all in Liverpool. And then someone, you know, is saying to us, like, how can you prove it? Well, I can take it to my tailor and take it to her and show you that. But, you know, but you cannot sort of, you know, you cannot tell that only this thread was produced in the UK, so the only people who can do it is people from UK. You cannot say this. So so it's just sort of, you know, a certain amount of trust, no doubt, as well. So yes, I want to talk to you about Udemy. So Alexa Flash Briefing, do that course. It only costs 10 quid to do it. Obviously, you've got no association with that. Podcast, that's been occupying me, because there's lots more people these days actually sort of you know, listening to podcasts. So that's why I thought that I want to interview so many people, and I'm thinking, how do I engage with those people? And those people most likely going to want to be on podcasts, want to be on my YouTube channel. So I'm giving that platform, you know, for them, for me, so we can both use it, both grow it. So, so that's why I'm doing this. Let me know if any of you has got your own podcast, or what you listen to in terms of podcast. I'm interested. Nathan is saying, I've been trying to find out about your MTM suits. I had emailed. Oh, okay. Can you tell me anyone considering them, how to go about it? If you have emailed me, I have not received it. So I apologize if you emailed and I haven't got it somehow. The easiest way, Nathan, is to obviously get in touch with me. The easiest idea is to do this. Or sort of find me on Facebook and add me on Facebook and message me on Facebook, because I'm on Facebook all the time. But how to go about it is super easy. If you, wherever you are in the world, it could be even in Brazil, right? If you're in Brazil and you want to have made-to-measure suits that are made in England, you know, we can make arrangements. So I fly over to Brazil and we can make that suit for you. Of course, a trip to Brazil would have to have certainty in it that we're going to do certain, you know, sort of items in there. So we're probably going to do some suits and shirts and whatever else. But, you know, it's possible. You know, I'm planning some trips to America. I'm planning some trips to Europe right now, where I can go. It's just my internet or yours, but we're back on. Yes, you know, we'll measure you. So we'll have a tape measure. We'll have our master models, and then we'll just go through the process of measuring you, choosing the right product for you. You know what the suit is for. How often you're going to be using it. How many shirts do you need with it, etc., etc. So we basically together sitting down and debating what do you need, what's the suit for, how often you're going to be using it, what type of shirts you've got, what type of suits you've got, what you don't like about suits, how you know, suits should fit. And then I've got master models, so we just put master models, let's say 50 regular, and then we just pin you on that master model, and then we produce the suit. It's a super simple process. It usually takes, to make a shirt for us, you know, we have to meet for literally like 15 minutes to make a shirt, maybe 10 minutes. It's super simple process. With a suit, it's obviously slightly more because it's just how you feel, and and do you feel too tight? Do you want to have it narrow? Do you want to have this? There's some certain things we have to go through. So Nathan, if you're interested, let me know at hello@mensfinance.co.uk, or find me on Facebook and add me there and ask me questions there. Magical Unicorn is asking where I'm from. I live right now in Liverpool, but I'm originally from Poland, which is over 12 years ago when we moved to UK. So but I still go and visit Poland. So if you're ever in Poland or want to go to Poland, let me know, and we can speak about how and what you should do and what you shouldn't do. So Nathan, I hope it was useful. I hope it was informative. Let me know, sort of direct message. That's the easiest way to find out how we can do this together. I'm not on Facebook. I'll be visiting Liverpool soon. Could sort something out. Yes, I mean, are you on Instagram? Are you is YouTube the only platform you use? I mean, you can message me here, I think, as well, or somehow send me an email. Like, there must be a way for us to get in touch. So just do that. And when you're in Liverpool, let me know. We can obviously meet. And I usually say to people that the best way is to start with a made-to-measure shirt, because a suit is some sort of investment. You're talking about 800, 900, £1,000, right? Maybe even more if you go for more expensive fabrics. But a shirt is like 120, 115, 105, £100 even. So all of a sudden it's like 50 quid more than your normal Charles Stewart shirt or TM Lewin shirt. And it's like, okay, so maybe for that extra 50 quid, instead of 2 crappy shirts or 1.5 crappy shirts, I can actually get one proper shirt, that is actually made for me, has got monograms, it has exactly the color that I want, it sits where it's supposed to sit, etc. So, I think there is there's definitely benefit of having made-to-measure shirts, and I'm not saying this because I'm making this. But the reason why I'm making sort of made-to-measure stuff is because I needed it myself, and I wanted to create a product that is nice, that it's useful, that it's not that expensive, and it could be actually worn. That's the most important thing. If you buy anything from me and you don't wear it, I failed. Like, regardless whether that's a bow tie, a tie, a shirt, a suit, or whatever. So. Nathan, let me know if I can somehow get in touch with you, because of course if you give me your email address or something like that, then at least I can keep track of you, and obviously keep sending you messages, when you're ready, when you're back, when you're in. So let me know if you want to do that one. Just emailed. Let's find out if you tell the truth. Nathan, I've got your email. Good, right. So we've got one another, right? Brilliant. There you go. This is happening live, right? I love this. Good. Let's meet. Definitely, I think without question, we should do a made-to-measure shirt, and that's a good start. Because then you see the product, you see the quality, you see the finishing, you see how it looks, you see how long it takes, you sort of get to know the brand, and then you're like, right, I'm ready. Because then we can obviously discuss your suits, what you've got, but on that first meeting, I usually recommend people to sort of get on the bandwagon of made-to-measure shirts, because it's just so inexpensive way to look awesome. I'm literally right now in the process of swapping all of my shirts for the made-to-measure. So I only have made-to-measure shirts, which I used to have like 10, 15 non-made-to-measure, and obviously it's a slow process of getting them changed and moved completely to made-to-measure. So I highly recommend that. And we went to an event in London when was that? Saturday? Yeah, it was actually yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. And you know, I had obviously my made-to-measure suit and made-to-measure shirt, and you know, the difference that people saw in that shirt, that was also very interesting. That people, oh, where's this from? Hey, who made this shirt? It's like, yeah, we making this. They were like, oh, this is so nice, that fabric, and you know, the finishing is nice, and the color is big and sits nice, and it's like, yeah, can you measure us today? So we measured a few people for the made-to-measure shirt as well, so it's going to be good. Magical Unicorn says, what suit would you recommend to wear to a date? Question, killer question, because it all depends. How many suits you've got? What suit have you got? What's sort of the date setting? Suit for the date is very tough choice, in a way that you're setting up a very high standard, in a way that you are saying, we're going to theater, or we're going to a very high-end restaurant, or we're going to be uptight, sitting in suits and dresses and heels and, you know, ties, and I don't know whether that's what you're going for. We need to have more data. What this is for? Right. Are we still doing anything? We have an hour into this. Let me know if you've got any other questions. We can obviously see I'm keep watching on chat. To a dinner, right? So Magical Unicorn says that the suit is to go to a dinner, right? So is it a black tie event, so you have to wear a black tie, or the choice is that you want to wear a suit? Like, you know, you don't have to wear a suit, but you could wear a jacket and a shirt, because all of a sudden, don't forget, if it's her or him, I don't know, but let's assume it's her. You go with the date. I don't know whether even you are him or her, but it doesn't matter. Let's say there is a boy and a girl. So if you're a boy, you know, if you all of a sudden decide that you want to have a suit on, then that means straight away that she's going to have to wear a dress, because otherwise it's going to be a mismatch. Now, are you going to, exactly, is that it? That's important, because maybe if you know each other and you've been to first dates before, casual and things like that, then maybe you know, going to a restaurant where there is a more formal wear is actually what you want, because you maybe been looking forward to this. But if it's your first date, oh geez, no, first date. Right, this is what I would do, and I don't know again where you're from, what you're doing, etc. But this is what I would do. I would think of a fun place to go, and I would go for a place where, especially if you are in the warmer climates, like right now it's obviously warm in Liverpool, I would go for somewhere where you can sit outside, where maybe there is blankets, maybe there is candles, maybe there is, don't go creepy, of course, go where, you know, to a public place, like, you know, where there's other people as well. But I would go for something where there is a bar that you can sit outside and serving some nice drinks, alcoholic or not, and you can sort of, and she's going to be like, wowed, you know. It's not how much money you're going to spend on a steak or lobster that counts. It's more like, or something like, but tiny, like a you know, like a pub kind of concert. So maybe you can go there. Yeah, does this make any sense to you? I don't know. Let me know. Does this is this what you were thinking? Because straight away I'm thinking this is what I would do. You know, I wouldn't go dinner, I wouldn't go suit, I wouldn't go dress, high heels, because maybe people are just not comfortable with that. I would go jeans, shirt, open collar, maybe a blazer, definitely a pocket square in a blazer. Just keep it cash. That's what I would do. If any of you have got any better ideas than mine, obviously let me know. I might consider. Yeah, it's all depends, like where did you meet, and what's the sort of profile, where do you want to go, what does she likes doing, you know, all sorts of things like that. Obviously it's a first date, you don't know that much, but I would go definitely casual, happy, positive, that kind of places, you know. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments below if there is any other question related to dates, style, anything that we do at Men's Finest. You know, that could be cool if you can join somehow Men's Finest family, you know, and we're going to be giving away some products as well. Very soon we're going to do collaboration with another brand, another YouTuber called Everyman. We're going to be giving away some interesting products, so stay tuned for that. And as always, you know, if you go to our website, we've got a special code for all of the YouTubers, which I think gives you 50% off, which is the only code. Well, we don't make it public, that code, but I think it's just for as and when we need it. All of your people who stayed here for that long have got the access to that code, which is, I think it's still active. Yeah, it is still active. It's called Enjoy, that gives you 50% off. So if you ever go to mensfinest.co.uk, mensfinest.co.uk, so if you go there and type code Enjoy at the checkout, you're gonna get 50% off. So you basically get everything half price. So if you're interested and join our family, Men's Finest family, let me know, and I'm sure we can help you look nicer. Might you consider of doing a vlog channel? You want to do a vlog channel? What about fashion, about dating? That'd be good. That'd be good if you can do a vlog on all of the first dates, that you could take a camera with you and somehow vlog the date. Obviously don't vlog in her face, but like before, after, what you expecting, what is she like, where did you go, was the good place to go for a date? That'd be interesting. Right, till next time, let me know in the comments below if you've got any other questions related to dates or anything like that. It's been a pleasure as usual. Nathan, guys, how was this? Magical Unicorn, what a name. Thank you so much for questions. See you next week.